Hey, and this time we're staying in touch with Crossroads founder David Mainse. Dad, good to have you with me.
Good to be with you.
Now, we want to just get an update because there's some exciting things happening. You've been quite busy lately working on some new productions.
Yeah, I've been kind of kidding, saying that by doing these television productions, I'm staving off dementia for a few years. In fact, I have a very good friend, one of my best friends in the whole world, passed away not too long ago. But in his mid-70s, Alzheimer's struck. I think if he'd stayed in the bush, where he was a logger, you know, he had a company bringing logs out. I think if he'd stayed in there, even if he was just driving a pickup truck or driving a tractor or something, he could have staved that off somewhat, because we have to keep active. And that's one of the things we're doing in one of the two new half-hour weekly telecasts.
Yeah, you've had a special burden about ministering to seniors, doing something special for them. Tell us about that production.
Well, in the mobile home park, where your mother and I have a trailer, or mobile home, she wants me to call it a mobile home, within 1 mile, there are 5 funeral homes. I mean, they call this the vestibule of heaven kind of thing. And that began to stir in my heart. What do we do, and where I've had experiences in television production. So the Bible proverb, "A merry heart doeth good like medicine," fastened itself on me, and the modern words morphed into "laughter is the best medicine." Then we began to study with the professors at what may be the world's leading faculty in gerontology, the study of aging, at the University of Rochester, New York. And I began to find out that laughter is what really makes those little doojiggies in here jump around and dance like everything. Laughter is the best medicine. It really is. And so we decided, well, let's do something that is a comedy. And we pulled out the old comedians like Jimmy Durante and people of this nature. And we just have lots of laughter and strong information from these professors, a bevy of professors from the university, very fast-paced, and also an emphasis on exercise, and it's called Really Good Medicine. And so we have a little look at an opener here.
Let's have a look.
Our producer just reminded us that we're supposed to be happy, but then you might think we're over-medicated. So what about that? Okay. All right. So, there's Jimmy. And so Ron, this goes to air on CTS beginning on the 24th, Sunday the 24th, 4:30 p.m.
It's a half-hour program.
It's a half-hour program, 4:30 p.m.
There's your
Sunday
exercise.
afternoon. There's Mom. And Elmo from Manitoba right there. And 4:30 p.m. beginning on the 24th. That's a week from this coming Sunday. And it'll be weekly on CTS, beginning at least here in Canada. But there's another telecast we're doing as well.
There is. You have been a busy person. That's what I said. Tell us about this new production. I understand it's called A Living Witness to Amazing Grace.
This year, Ron, I'm going to be heading out during 2010. God willing, in 2011, it's received the approval of the board of directors here at Crossroads. And in what I'm calling a Thank You Canada tour, I want to do 150 stops across the country, and particularly I want to see my older friends, if that fits better with the women. But we're going to pray together. We're going to have a kind of a town hall Q&A session. It's just going to be a wonderful time as I say thank you to Canada for the 50th year. Actually, we'll still be doing this during 2011 when we hit our 50th year of television. And so way back from the beginning, over 14,000 interviews. Now, some of them were done by Jim and Moira and Rhonda and Lorna and others, and I did a lot of them myself. But we're picking the absolute best of those interviews. For example, the first of this series, called A Living Witness to Amazing Grace, will feature the Romanian Lutheran pastor who was tortured for his faith. Then Leah Zell, who had a child, product of rape, and the reunion that she had with her daughter 22 years later, and what a joy that is. And then Nicky Cruz, you know, the most famous New York City gang leader, infamous, perhaps we should say, that was brought to Christ at the start of this worldwide teen challenge movement that's started back in the 50s. So
it's a half-hour program that kind of gets the highlights of these interviews.
That's right. It will take 3 of those first-person stories, take the hosts out, the interviewers, and just leave the interviewees. So we kind of pull them together. 3 stories in every telecast with commercials in it now on the Global Network. They'll be running commercials in it beginning on Sunday morning across, and different stations will be at different times, but beginning Sunday mornings on the 17th, that's this coming Sunday morning, A Living Witness to Amazing Grace.
I think we have a clip from that as well.
Okay.
Let's have a little peek into that.
Hello, my name is David Mainse. I've been hosting television programs for almost 50 years. During those 50 years, I've heard some amazing stories. I calculated that I had interviewed about 14,000 people. Well, we're beginning a new series called A Living Witness to Amazing Grace.
There's Richard Wurmbrand,
Yes.
you mentioned.
He took his shirt off before a committee of the U.S. Congress and showed the stripes on his back.
Where he had been tortured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nicky Cruz.
Absolutely. So we're keeping busy, Ron.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's exciting.
So I am really excited to be a part of the family of productions here at Crossroads because of the support of wonderful people across the country. And back again, Ron, to the to this really good medicine show. The editorial here last week in the National Post, preparing for a deluge of dementia. We can stave that off, according to the professors with whom we're working at the University of Rochester. Here's another one, Globe and Mail last week. Costs to soar. I mean, from 17 billion or 15 billion currently, in 30 years, they estimate $154 billion. The economy, I don't know how the economy can stand that when fewer young people are coming on stream to pay taxes, and the most quickly growing demographic are the seniors because of the baby boom. And, you know, I think baby boom might include Jim and Moira, but you were after that, whatever.
I think I was at the tail end of the boom.
Okay. And, but here we are doing our bit to not only, you know, stay involved ourselves. I mean, Norma Jean has in that park in Florida, her 4 brothers are in mobile homes, one right after another beside us. And she is as happy as a bug in a rug when she's down there. She doesn't like the cold. Now, I like the cold and the snow. I'm coming back up to work for February in the preparation for this Thank You Canada tour beginning in April on the East Coast this time. Every other time we've gone across Canada, we've always started in the West. We're going to start in the East this time, work our way west.
All right. Well, Dad, you are saying quite busy, and it's wonderful to have you still plugged in different ways at the Crossroads here. And you can look forward to those 2 new productions starting this Sunday for the
on
one?
Global, and a week from Sunday on CTS.
Okay. All right. Well, good staying in touch with you, Dad, and you remember to stay in touch with us as well.
Now there are even more ways to join the 100 Huntley Street online community. We'd love to hear from you, so stay in touch with us.